What is going on, YouTube? Some more extreme testing today. Today we are looking at the Bonce Apocalypse 27 series. This is the 275 is what we have here. So of course this is their 15-inch model. I have done the 12-inch version of this back in the past. It was a great sub. So we're going to see what the 15 can do in this video. And of course, y'all, we're going to be pushing this thing to the absolute max, which is going to include running it on a 40 hertz non-stop test zone at its RMS power. So super excited to see what this guy can do. 4 minutes! That's insane! That is right, YouTube. Thank you for checking in to another Basshead video over here on the Parker the Basshead channel. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all, obviously these videos are free, so it would be a huge help if you would smash that like button and leave a comment. Just let me know what you think, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you like what you see here and you want to subscribe to the channel, it really does help, y'all, more than you know. We are getting super close to 100,000 subscribers, guys. And I'm so stoked for that, so I know with y'all's help, we'll get there in no time. Alright, I've already done some stuff with this sub in some other videos, but this is the official review of it. First off, I gotta say, this thing was packaged really nicely. This thing was triple boxed, and then there was another layer of cardboard even around that. So no complaints there, guys. This thing is gonna show up nice and safe to your house. Of course, the downside, the box does look pretty cool, so hey, somebody might steal it, but what you gonna do? Now, you guys know that Bonce has been a big supporter of the channel over the last about 2 months. They've been sponsoring my videos, which is a huge help to the channel, guys, and I cannot thank them enough. So, of course, they are sponsoring this video too, which again is awesome. And you're going to see through this video why this thing is insane. Again, we are going to be putting it at a 40 hertz straight test tone. We're going to see how long it makes it through. Now, they have asked me to do these tests for 5 minutes, so y'all, that's what we're going to do, which I just want to say is absolutely crazy. Most other subs I did this test to make it to about 2.5, a little under 3 minutes. All the Bonce ones I've done have made it to 5 minutes, which is just wild. Here's a cool recone assembly that I pulled from my sub that I reconed, but I do love these things. Again, they use awesome coils, awesome tinsel leads. They do bolt down the spiders with this ring here, which is really nice. You don't have to worry about your spider tearing from the basket. Overall, guys, everything that I've tested from them so far has been top quality. Same goes for their speakers. Y'all, look at this monster. These Bonce Apocalypse speakers are known for being one of the best for quality. Loved using them. Anyway, guys, whether you want some awesome subs, some awesome speakers, some great amps, go check out Alfred Audio. Of course, be a link in the description below. Go check them out, guys. And once again, we super appreciate them supporting the channel. We, of course, get the Bonce decal and the user manual. Now, this tells you all sorts of cool stuff about wiring, subs, about box dimensions, all that fun stuff. They give you all the specs and all the exact dimensions of the sub, too, so that's pretty neat. Starting over here under the specifications, of course, we have the 15-inch, so let's see what we got. Foams around, pressed paper cone. We have a cast aluminum basket, ferrite motor, 1500 watts RMS, 3000 watts max. That's a pretty high rating for a sub with a 2.75-inch voice coil. It is copper-clad aluminum. The sensitivity is 88 dB. X-Max is 18 millimeters. FS, right around 30. BL, right around 19. All right, here is the sub. Let's, of course, give y'all a nice close look up at it. We have a Mega Roll Surround. Love the green stitching. Pretty stiff dust cap. Cone, not the stiffest thing ever, but it is pretty stiff. We do have a nice rubber gasket on this thing. It is cool, of course, says Bonce on it. Has a little bit of character, not just your super basic gasket. Coming down to here, we have this awesome custom tooled cast aluminum basket. This thing looks sweet. This is one of the things I love about Bonce. They don't look cookie cutter. They do use custom tooled stuff. There are terminals down here. Now, the one thing I don't like about this is they are pretty small. Kind of a pain. They fit 12 gauge, no problem, and you can squeeze 10 gauge in there. But if you're trying to run, 2 strands to run this thing in parallel, it is a little tight. That being said, we do have nice tinsel leads though. I'll show those up close in a second. Of course, that 2.75-inch coil. And we have a decent sized motor down here. And I do love the black paint on this thing. And of course, we have that awesome custom boot around it as well. Another thing I like about this sub, for a 1500 watt sub, this guy's actually pretty light. They definitely go for quality parts on this thing. This is really nice if you're having to move your box around a lot or something like that. You want something that can take the power but that isn't just an absolute pain to carry around, so it's another place where these things really shine. Okay, the 15 all hooked up in here, y'all. Now at the moment we're running this off my RMS base 8K, but stay tuned, y'all. We got something new to be putting in here soon. I'm gonna be showing that off at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. All right, y'all, we did some clips in here and in the truck just to give y'all a little comparison in two different vehicles, what this thing sounds like. What stands out to me is just the overall quality on it. It seems to be pretty good. Not just meant for the extreme lows, not just meant for the SPL. Seems to kind of cover everything pretty nice and sound good. All right, next up, let's do the dB test on this thing. We're, of course, going to play it at 35, 40, and 45 hertz. See what score we can get to. As we always do in this vehicle, we're going to have the meter in the kick and the driver's side window open. So let's see what this thing does. All right, guys, 35 hertz. Got my meter ready to go. Let's see what we get. A little under 4,000 watts. Did break up to the 141.1. Okay, y'all, 40 hertz. 3,342 watts. But we got a big jump there, guys. Look at that, 144.0. 45 hertz. Let's see what we get. Okay, we were able to squeeze out a little more power before clipping. 4,265 watts. But, guys, we did not get any higher. 143.8. All right, y'all. Of course, this is a 1,500 watt sub. We're about to do the most extreme test you can possibly do to one of these things. That's, of course, a 40 hertz straight test tone, as close to its RMS power as I can keep it. Last couple subs I've done have lasted about 2 minutes, 45 seconds. So we're gonna see how this guy stacks up. We're all set up to go. Now this meter sometimes dies before we get to 5 minutes. So if it does, y'all, we'll set my bass knob down. We'll just let it do its thing from there. But we have this guy set right there at 40 hertz. See, we got it going. All right, we're gonna start the timer. Turn this thing up. Woo! I don't know, guys. That's moving a lot. That's a ton. What? want to keep it moving though, okay, we're going to turn this to 25 hertz. Really turn it down. That lower frequency means a whole lot less power going to it, but it's pushing that air over it. That'll cool that coil down. Y'all, that is ridiculous. Look at that guy just going there. Y'all, 1500 watts, kept it just under, and it made it all the way through. Y'all, you have no idea how nerve-wracking that is. I hate blowing a sub, especially hate blowing an amp, and oftentimes when you blow a sub, one of my amps tend to go with it, so I cannot believe that. Like I said, y'all, every single Def Bonce that I have done has made it 5 minutes, which is crazy. Anyway, guys, honestly, I could just show that right there. That would sell the sub for you. Don't even have to show all the other stuff. That is just ridiculous. Guys, that is the reason right there when Def Bonce reached out and said they wanted to sponsor the channel, I was more than happy to do it. Because this is a company I believe in. Other companies will live up to it, but not everybody. Anyway, guys, this is why I love Def Bonce. This is why I'm stoked to test out their stuff. Why I'm stoked that they sponsor the channel. Now, what is the downside? Hey, this stuff is a little more expensive than some of your other brands out there. And hey, not everybody needs a sub that can be pushed this hard for this long, and that's totally okay, guys. I love a good budget deal as well. But if you want something that you know is going to last, you know is going to take the power, these things have you covered. All right, YouTube, I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Y'all are the reason I do what I do. Link in the description to grab this guy over on bigjeffaudio.com. Huge shout out to him, and huge shout out to Def Bonce for helping out with this video. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Remember, as always, keep basing on. Guys, here's a sneak peek of some stuff from Big Jeff and Mart's Digital. Well, as you'll know, I had a 13.5K from them. It ended up blowing when a sub shorted out. Now again, in my opinion, totally my fault. Any amp can short out when a sub shorts out, so it just is what it is. But Big Jeff said he'd take care of it, he'd get it warrantied, and he sent me out a new amp. I, of course, was expecting to get just another 13.5K. Little did I know I'd show up to 2 amps, so let's check these things out. First off, we've got the Mart's Digital 2000X4, and then y'all, I could not believe it, but Big Jeff sent me this massive 16K amp. Y'all, this thing is absolutely wild. Anyway, cannot wait to hook this thing out as well, but once again, huge thank you to Big Jeff.